Peter Shell News Time is now 5:13 p.m. on this Monday evening news. Time now for a weather report here. Our current conditions here in North Massachusetts here at 5:13 p.m. here on this Monday here. It's 22 degrees here in Norton at 5:13 p.m. with a humidity 70%, winds northwest winds 16 miles an hour, 2.16 degrees, and feels like 11 above, visibly 1.2 miles, and it's light snow. Alright, let's look at the current conditions around the region here. It is 20 degrees out in Logan and Boston, it's 20 out in Beverly, it's 24 in Gloucester, it's 19 in Bedford, it's 21 out in Lawrence and Fitchburg, it's 20 in Worcester and Milford, it's 21 in Sturbridge and Milford, it's 21 in Norwood, it's 20 in Milford, it's 22 in Taunton, 23 in New Bedford, it's 30 in Plymouth, 31 in Provincetown, it's 30 in Falmouth, 30 in Murfreesboro, 31 in then second in Chatham, it's 25 in Block Island, it's 24 in Wesley, 19 in Providence, it's 26 in New London, it's 27 in New Haven, it's 25 in Hartford, 23 in Springfield, it's 24 in Greenfield, 21 in Athol, 26 in Bremer, Vermont, 21 in Keene, Hampshire, 19 in Travis, Hampshire, 20 in Manchester, Hampshire, 21 in Nashville and Portsmouth, Hampshire. Here. Okay, let's take a look at surface map around the country here, and it shows a station front from Colorado, stretching all the way down from northeast Mexico, merged with the coast from northeast Mexico, stretching in the Gulf States, and stretching up in the Appalachians and down eastern Ohio with a pink front from the northwest of Pennsylvania up into Michigan here. A double cold front from Kansas down from Missouri up into the Great Lakes, merged with the station front from Ontario, stretching it in through New York City and New England out to sea with a pink weather low pressure way off to the sea, off the Atlantic here, with a pair of low pressure systems in eastern Ohio and northern Michigan here. And another station front from Alberta down from Saskatchewan down from western and North Dakota. And a front line from Alberta down from Montana. And another front line from western Washington, Oregon and out to sea. And another front line from Arizona down from the Gulf of California. And high pressure ridges in western Texas and off the California coast. And a ridge up in the east and northwest and the western intermountain region here. 41 degrees, the temperature in Detroit, 33 in New York City, 39 out in Pittsburgh, it's 46 in Washington, D.C., 50 in Atlanta, 67 in Miami, Florida, 63 in Brownsville, Texas, 57 in Dallas, Texas, it's 32 in Kansas City, 20 in Chicago, 29 in Omaha, Nebraska, 15 degrees in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 61 degrees in Great Falls, Montana, 56 in Seattle, 70 in San Francisco, 86 in Los Angeles, it's 68 in Las Vegas, it's 81 out in Phoenix, Arizona, 39 degrees in Salt Lake City, it is 39 in Denver, and 56 degrees out in Albuquerque, Mexico. Here. Okay, let's take a look at the radar situation here, and it shows some snow coming over much of the southern New England and up in Vermont, New Hampshire, and up in Maine, down to eastern New York from Queensbury all the way down to the Bronx here, with a little on extra man, the Sharon Stoughton stretch here. And around Claremont, New Hampshire here. And zooming you out. And it shows the snow up in Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and all the way up to Pittsburgh, New York, and it's stretching all the way from southern New Brunswick and down to Nova Scotia and down to Canadian Maritimes here. And we take a look at the map situation here. The radar situation around the country shows some patchy bands of snow showers around the Great Lakes and some snow and sleet around the Ohio Valley, stretching into King, Tennessee, and some rain showers from northern Mississippi, stretching all the way down from Alabama, Georgia, and then up the Carolinas, up to Virginia here, and stretching out of the eastern Great Lakes here. Some spotty snow showers from Ontario, stretching down for eastern Minnesota, down for Iowa, down for Missouri here. While the west means clear and free of any precipitation here, and North Dakota's got little bits of snow in the northwestern and eastern portion of the state here. Rain showers in the southeastern portion of Alaska, while some snow, sleet, and rain showers in west central portions of Alberta. Okay, look at that satellite photo. Line of clouds coming into much of the eastern third of the country here. Another line of clouds from southern Texas and coming to much of Mexico. Another line of clouds from the central northern plains and down from the northern and central Rockies and stretching all the way out to the British Columbia and then out to the Pacific. Alright. Look at that. Some weather notes there. South Yarmouth's got 9 inches so far. Oak Bluffs, that's 8 inches. Mills at 4 inches. Westwood at 4 inches. Taunton at 2.6 inches here. Middlebury at 3.8 inches. Sagamore at 5.5 inches. Masters Mills at 6.5 inches, and light snow still for midnight. 1 to 3 inches possible. Wind gusts, Nantucket peak at 65 miles. Water temperature 41 degrees. Wind slow because up to 40 miles along in Cape Downs, and wind chills single digits in teens here. And our wind gusts so far here. Winds on Mass at 38 miles an hour. Now 36 miles an hour. Otis Airport Place at 38 miles an hour. Chatham at 31. Provincetown at 39. Martha's Vineyard at 30. Boston Harbor at 42. And Portsmouth, New Hampshire at 45. Alright. Okay, forecast discussion here. A powerful student storm about 300 miles east of the Cape Cod. At late afternoon will continue to move seaward. However, periods of light and moderate snow will continue tonight along with the gusty northeast winds over the southeast Massachusetts and a battery of low pressure will set up over southern New England today and Wednesday, maintaining clouds and scattered snow showers. The Arctic cold front will cross the region Thursday, followed by bitter cold air in the weekend here and near term until 6 a.m. Tuesday morning, 4:30 p.m. update. Despite snow intensity on a downward trend this evening, look to the wind advisory warning about the evening commit and then reevaluate around 7 p.m. Ditto for the blizzard warning. This is headline to mainly for the polar and drift snow yielding under blizzard conditions at times across the Plymouth Cape Cod Islands. Then Keystone Island Nation scale features the details. Impressive vertically stacked cyclone about 300 miles east of Cape Cod over East Georgia Bank continues to move rapidly seaward. This has resulted in a system warm conveyor belt throughout fire assistant in the Maine and the Maritimes. Per latest radar and satellite, as however, WB9 our imagery shows nice cloud and natural cone cloud tops over southern New England in response to dual upper jet splits over the northeast in this command of the moist mid-level cyclone and forward keep periods of light to the perhaps moderate snow in fact this evening and possibly around midnight or shortly thereafter. There is expected additional snow about by about 1/4 up to 2 inches. This will bring most locations across but underneath Massachusetts reported 8 inches for storm totals by late this evening as far west than Northern Connecticut and western central Massachusetts storm totals of 2 to 5 inches should do it. However, along the eastern Massachusetts coastline include Cape Bend and Plymouth County to the upper Cape. OES will continue to about 0.3 to 0.6 CS. BLY winds main northeast by that time at this most trajectory combined with steep low level lapse rate and ocean induced capes up to the 250 JKG will likely yield an additional 2 to 4 inches across. That region has a storm totals of 8 to 12 inches across Plymouth County and Cape Cod. They are likely with localized masses 16 inches pulse after 0.60 BLR winds back to the then northwest peninsula and slow level fetching in Plymouth and Cape Cod. Here, as the snowball map has been updated to reflect this current thinking here. As we have a blizzard warning to make effect until 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this evening at extreme southeast Massachusetts, Cape Cod, and Islands, and this goes the cities and towns of Buxton, Plymouth, Point at Chatham, Falmouth, Provincetown, Virginia, Haven, and Nantucket. Has stopped say west and strong winds will likely result in trees damage and scattered power. With strong winds and heavy snow to create blizzard-wide conditions at the times. Accumulation snow accumulation 8 to 12 inches possible, with 14 inches if possible. Time of the snowfall heavy at times during late afternoon. Snow intensity will begin to diminish by early evening, but localized bands of moderate heavy snow may persist in overnight hours. In fact, all considerable falling and blowing and drifting snow visibly to become poor with wider conditions at times. So adventure may be coming loss of distributed, so person in the warning area should be advised to stay indoors as heavy wet snow and strong winds will likely result in tree damage and scattered to power just as winds northeast at 20 to 30 miles an hour with gusts up to 6 miles visibility with 1/4 mile less at times as blizzard warning this is when it's sustained with gusts over 35 miles an hour expected a considerable fall and blowing and drifting snow as visibility will become poor with whiteout conditions at times. Both mentioned outdoors may become lost to deer standing as so person warning area are advised to stay indoors. And that goes for the block island too. Here. And we're in the wind and the storm warning effect until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday. It has attacks, heavy snow locations, Rhode Island, and East Massachusetts, this includes the cities and towns of Framingham, Lowell, Lawrence, Gloucester, Milford, Worcester, Foxburg, Norwood, Cambridge, Boston, Quincy, Taunton, Fall River, New Bedford, and Foster, and Smithfield, and Providence, and West Greenwich, and Warwick. Bristol, Narragansett, and Westbury, and Newport as average tap 70 still. Snow accumulation of 5 to 9 inches as time and snow and varying intensity this afternoon as snow intensity should diminish by early evening but very localized bands of moderate and heavy snow may persist along the northeast Massachusetts into the overnight hours as impacts. Travel to be slow to vessel well treated surface and quite difficult and untreated surfaces flowing and drifting snow expected it, particularly along the Boston part of the quarter with Dover by 10 and 20 miles gusts up to 45 miles an hour. Basically, 1/4 mile less at times in. With a morning station with an average of 6 inches more. Expected in 12-hour period for 8 inches in 24-hour period, and probably slow to best of well treated surface and cracked filling and unpowdered and treated surfaces there. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. There. For tonight, snow minimal for 1 a.m. low at 90 degrees, down for about 7 to 50 miles gusts. Chester high precipitation 9%, new snow information 1 to 3 inches possible. Today at Chester, snow showers may after 4 p.m. Cloud skies are about 31 degrees, down for about 7 miles anticipation 30%, new snow accumulation less than an inch possible. For today, Chester snow showers, cloud skies low at 80 degrees, down for about 5 miles and coming in evening, anticipation 30%. New circulation less than 1 inch possible. Wednesday at Chester snow showers, cloud skies have about 36 degrees, coming becoming westbound 5 miles in the afternoon, anticipation 30%. Wednesday at Chester snow showers meaning before 9 p.m. Most cloud skies low about 90 degrees, anticipation 30%. Thursday at Chester snow showers between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Most cloud skies, the podcast sky about 31 about 6 degrees, anticipation 30%. Friday, most cloud skies at Chester snow showers high about 24, low about 11 degrees, but at Chester snow showers up to 2 a.m. Anticipation 30%. Saturday at Chester snow showers, parts of the mostly cloud skies high about 21, low about 2 below, anticipation 30%. Sunday, most podcast sky about 15, about 2 degrees, and for Washington's birthday, most cloud skies high about 28 degrees. Peter, what a phrase of the evening here. Snow will be tapering off Monday, but still cold night on tap. Here's the good night with a good evening with a good positive. See you at 11 o'clock for a late hour report. Have a good evening.